What's going on, y'all? Welcome to today's episode of Solutions, and today we'll be discussing the truth about going to HBCU. This is basically part 2, so we probably gonna have the other video linked below, or it's gonna be in the related videos. So for context, I'm Cam.
I'm Jay Villa.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and if you are either an HBCU alumni or you intend to go or you currently attending, make sure y'all drop that down below and enjoy the video. So for context, I have experience going to an all-black school, both my high school, one of my high schools in the HBCU. I have experience going to a mixed school, which is like diverse. I have experience going to a primarily Hispanic school. I kind of went to an all-white school for 1 year, but that was a virus. The only time we were in person was literally for like basketball games or for standardized testing. So that's my perspective. My freshman year was spent at Southern University in Baton Rouge, so
that's what we're here to talk about. Sure, HBCU.
I mean, I'm sharing this because I've gone to different schools. I've been around different demographics in an academic setting, so that's why I'm disclosing that. You know what I'm saying? So he went to a PWI, and as you can see, he has a PWI perspective, point of view on what I'm sharing. You know what I'm saying?
I was just saying, I thought we were talking about the HBCU experiences. I didn't know we was gonna go back. Hell, we go back to me coming up too. I went to all black schools all the way up until high school. Then I went to a diverse school and a diverse college.
That's good. I mean, you include that though. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, now you know.
Because it's like, had you gone to straight black school and then straight HBCU, now it's like you got a one, you know what I'm saying? Actually, that's cap though, because the whole point in this video is it's specifically about the HBCUs. So you want to redo it? I can redo it. That was my whole point in saying that.
No, we're here now.
It's supposed to be a shorter video. We should probably redo it.
We're here.
Well,
let's do it. Let's get into it.
So the main thing in my eyes, like, yes, Southern was a party school, which is kind of OD. I wasn't the party type though, so it was cool because, like, in the last video, we talked about like Pretty Wednesday, where everybody put their clothes on, and it's almost like the translation is like bumper to bumper traffic, but on campus. It was OD. Like, you didn't even know how many kids went to the school for real until Pretty Wednesday came around. And down south, it's basically warm most of the time. Like, winter it does get cold, especially now. Like, my boy Jay FaceTimed me. It was snow on the ground. Like, it was crazy. But like, aside from the parties, like, he went to a job fair. He was like, when he went, there were nowhere near as many companies that there used to be back when we were freshmen. You know, now we graduate in age, class of 25. So he shared that there seems to be a direct correlation between less employers showing up to these job fairs at HBCUs, well, Southern specifically in this case, and rescinding a diversity, equity, and inclusion policy. So in my eyes, I believe that if you a parent watching this, or even if you're a student, like, you gotta really be intentional as far as networking. Like, one thing that's not pushed on campus as much as it should be is internships. Is if you're going into the trades, say you go from an HBCU to a trade school, like apprenticeships, like, well, we making this solution oriented. You know what I'm saying? Everything we do is taking popular concepts and telling y'all the truth. I went to an HBCU and I came back. I came back because financial aid. They gonna tell you, yeah, you good. I'm like, what you mean I'm good? Is it paid for or not? It's talking about I'm good. Like, then I went, that's a black owned business. I digress.
No, you can't digress. Because
I'm not talking about an HBCU. I was gonna say something, a whole different business.
Also, what's going on?
Yeah,
okay.
something off campus that's not related.
Because when I heard you saying financial aid,
yeah,
you know, I'm equivalating that to school. Because I tell everybody that goes to a HBCU, I don't knock HBCUs. I encourage people to go, but it's all about what you have to do on campus at HBCUs. When I tell people that want to go to HBCU, I tell them your follow-up game has to be on 100%. You can't just, okay, do your schedule and then hope everything gonna be good, or do your financial aid and then hope no. Follow up until you see that money in your account, until you see your schedule posted.
No, for real.
Seriously.
Housing settled.
Housing posted.
Yeah. Housing, yeah.
You got your dorm number. You have you know what hall you stand in. Until you see that, follow up. Follow up. Follow up. Follow up. Don't let it be, oh, it's a month before we go back to school. Oh, I'm still waiting on my schedule. I'm still waiting on No, do not be those students who 2 days before school starting don't have housing. Why? Because they ain't follow up. Why? Because HBCUs, and this is not knocking, because why they do this is because a lot of people decide before school they're not going to come, or they're not going to be there. So what they've been doing, so what they've been doing is admitting over capacity of what they can handle. They admit more students. I know Howard does this, TSU does this, and TSU, I mean Tennessee State University. I know those two for sure do this, and there's a couple of more schools that do it as well. But we've had personal experiences with those two schools. They will admit like 4,000 students more than what they can accommodate on campus to live in the dorms. So when it comes to that, you gotta follow up and make sure you get housing. And for some reason, some campuses like to cater to the freshmen that are coming, and some like to cater more to the upperclassmen. So if you don't fit in any of those demographics or whatever, you gotta make sure your housing is correct, your schedule is correct, everything is going on, your financial aid is correct. You have to follow up at an HBCU. I encourage you to go, but follow up. It's gonna teach you a lot of skills in the future, punctuality and things like that in the future, and how to follow up on tasks and projects when you get into your career field. But don't ever just do something at an HBCU and then be like, all right, back office gonna handle it.
Yeah, it probably won't get done. At Southern, they definitely, I can't say definitely catered to, but I know that freshman housing was basically the best housing on campus. Like
really, Southern?
Jones Hall, Tidy, I've never been in Tidy. I mean, I've never been in Shade, but I know Tidy and Jones was basically the newest dorms on campus. And they had like Palisades, like apartments that were across the bridge, but in general, you definitely want to have your housing settled. And as far as financial aid, when he say follow up, you really want to, if possible, be diligent before you even get to campus. Like have this conversation with your parents, like make sure that your housing is settled. Whatever the housing enrollment process is, try to start it as soon as possible, because you really want to have that settled. And for me personally, I was blessed to know Chris going out there, so I had one friend on campus, and God blessed me with my roommate, because I really wanted to be roommates with Chris, because I knew him, and I'm going down south. I don't know how they living. I personally came up in a household where you clean, you know what I'm saying? And everything has a home type of household. So me going down south, I'm already knowing that they a little more laid back. I'd say a little more laid back, and they like certain things, they just don't pay attention to detail. Like, yes, my hands might be dry because I don't be putting lotion on like that. But my bathroom is clean, because what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? The tub, the toilet, all of that needs to be clean. Like my place of dwelling needs to be clean. That's something that's non-negotiable. So my roommate, I'm like, I was blessed to get Jay not Shreveport, Logansport, which is by Shreveport. So that's one thing, like, get your roommate squared away if you can. That's down the line. I ain't gonna lie, that ain't even the top list of main things and priorities, but just pray that you get you a decent roommate, because that'll make a world of a difference. I knew this girl, she don't go to HBCU though. But she had a terrible roommate. She was like, her roommate wouldn't shower for like days. And these are females. It's not even a dude.
Still, regardless, male or female.
Females' bodies produce a lot more fluids than the man does.
So, I got sisters, so I know this. Females' bodies was producing the fluids. Those organs are self-cleaning organs. So if you have a healthy diet and this, that, and the third, and you take care of yourself, you still, you know what I'm saying, you should be good as a self-cleaning organ. Dudes, on the other hand, grown men, you know, we may be a little more active. We may produce a little bit more musk or whatever, or excrements when we are active. I feel that whether you a man or a woman, you need to get in that shower.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Get up in that shower every day. I stay, now this is whether PWI or HBCU. I was a president of an organization on campus. And so all of the presidents on campus, I was. Yes, I was.
It is.
And so
like, bro.
all of the black presidents on campus. So I went to a PWI. However, the black culture, we had a strong black culture on campus. And so
the 2%.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
I had a comment. It was gonna be real ignorant, bro. Just super ignorant, and I want us to stay where we are. So I'm not gonna say it. It's cool. We were at a conference for the black presidents on campus. We stayed at Lake Geneva. We were out there, and another male president of another organization I was staying with. We were there Friday, Saturday, and we left Sunday afternoon. I got in the shower all 3 of them days when I was there. Mm-hmm. I didn't notice my roommate getting in the shower not one time.
And y'all going to events together?
We going to events. Afterwards, we had parties. The Kappas made the Kappa punch. We had fun. It was a nice time. But I didn't see that man. Not one time. Now, I gave a benefit of the doubt. We got there Friday afternoon. You might have showered at home before you got on the road. We were all coming. It was spring break. It was like the weekend finishing spring break before you started back classes on Monday. So that's how they had, did the little thing for us. Kind of end your spring break on a shebang bang, right? Got there Friday, thought, all right, benefit of the doubt, this, that, and the third. We had went swimming too. So it's kind of like, all right, everybody come back to their room, shower off, rinse off, whatever. Saturday, I'm like, whole new day. Me, I got a shower to get going. Even if I take a shower at night, I gotta just run back through in the morning because it kind of just gets me going or whatever. That's just me. That's honestly just me. I'm like, all right, cool. Get ready. Bro, get ready. I would commend him for at least brushing his teeth. Bro brushed his teeth and put on his clothes for the day.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, was it like a showering before you leave for the day or showering at night type of thing? Because I barely shower in the morning. I always shower at night. Sometimes I shower in the morning.
That's why I be smelling that. I'm just playing. So I just feel like it just all depends on the time of the year. I mean, if it's hot outside, is it muggy outside? Me, I'm just like, as a grown man, in the middle of the summer, that shower at night ain't gonna really cover you for the whole next day. That's just how I feel. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it ain't gonna cover me for the whole next day. I just feel like cause you sweat in your sleep, you perspire in your sleep a little bit. I just like to walk out of the house in the morning just fresh. Yeah. That's just me. I just want to be fresh. Lotion up, because some people just don't believe in lotion. And that's fine, But back to the story. Bro didn't get in the shower at all that whole Saturday. We all got towed up and stuff Saturday night. Bro ain't get in the shower at all that whole Sunday. You went a whole weekend without running your ass through no water. That's nasty.
Yeah, I ain't never experienced that though, and that don't got nothing to do with HBCU.
Ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Might cut that out, but still, it's just nasty.
So with that said, I really feel like it's all coming back to like be intentional. And as far as the diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, like we really gotta create our own brands. I know the younger generation, everybody want to be an entrepreneur. People saying there's shortages of certain industries like essential workers, which is, yes, that's important, but that's a whole mentality. Like if you're gonna go and you're gonna be a nurse in my eyes, it don't matter how much you pay nurses, they work in 12+ hour shifts every week. So I'm like, I'm not really looking to live my life like that. So your work-life balance has to be there, because we as a people, I'm gonna say with Black people specifically, I don't know how other races deal with this, but I feel like we get caught up in the work to survive. Like, you never really live your life. Like, that little 2 weeks you get off every year is, in my eyes, not good enough. On top of that, some people, they working 10-hour shifts, 11, 12-hour shifts. Like, nurses work that on a regular. Like, people, factory workers may work that on a regular, and it's like, that's not life. Like, we need to tap into more life. Like, what are the brands that are employing us? What are they doing to create the lifestyle that we see on TV, the lifestyle that we see on social media? So to my parents, stimulate the entrepreneurial spirit in your child, because that's what it is. It's an entrepreneurial spirit. It's not just, oh, I want to do this. Like, no, they see people that look like them and that are around their age, maybe same area, finding success. So tap into it like, okay, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? And bring like realistic structure to it. Don't sit there and project your doubts onto your child though. And as a son or a daughter, like, you're not gonna talk about gender, but as a son or a daughter, like, don't allow someone else's shortcomings or someone else's short-term vision to distract you from the vision that you have. Because the vision that you have, somebody else is not gonna. If we all had the same vision, we would all be the same. As a leader, we all play a role. That's all being a leader mean. Being a leader don't mean you better than everybody else. Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you better than everybody else. Because you need your team to be on point from the janitor to the CEO. So you treat everybody the same, and that's how you build that culture. Same thing as far as the household. You raise your son, he said he want to be an entrepreneur. Don't tell him to do this and do this and do this. Now, if you believe that's gonna help him or her get to their goals, cool. But if you saying it because what they talking about is far-fetched or it's never been done before, like, if it's a business that you working for, that means somebody else did it. So help your son or daughter learn what they did and help them do it. Because I saw a video with this, like, we could probably close on this, because this is a good closing point, or transition, because this may be a whole, it may be a part 3 of this, I ain't gonna lie. There was a lady, she was like, one thing that she noticed as far as networking, as far as Jewish communities, what they do is, they got trust, they got family offices, they basically come together, and it's called group economics. And the concept actually stuck with me. I said the phrase, specifically group economics, because say in the Black community, like I was talking about visions, he may have a vision, he may explain it to me, and I'm like, I don't think you want to do that because of this, this, and this. And my response is based on my perspective of the future and my past experiences. We have a totally different set of perspectives and past experiences. So what I'm projecting onto him is my case. He's not me. My connections are not his connections, and vice versa. So it's about, okay, why do you say that? When you're talking to your son or daughter, it's the same thing. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? What type of business do you want to go into? Who do you know that's already in this business? Who is influencing you? Are they actually doing it, or are they making money selling you courses? Nowadays, you can use ChatGPT and YouTube to learn a skill, like a paying skill. Don't devalue paying skills, because that's your foundation as a business owner. That's teaching you how to rebuild your own community. That's teaching you how to be an entrepreneur and build teams. That's teaching you, we don't need diversity, equity, and inclusion policies when we own the brands. We need more Black-owned companies to be at HBCU job fairs. That's a solution in itself. That comes with holding celebrities accountable. That comes with holding the alumni that actually made it accountable. Like, you gotta come back. It ain't just about capital. It ain't just endowments. It's about what did you do and how did you get there? It's about mentorship. That's what I believe you should take with you in your HBCU. Because you either going to school to get a position, or you're going to school to network to build your brand, or you just going to figure out life. If you're going to figure out life, don't let you not knowing your purpose keep you from walking the path when it presents itself. Like, if you've been, like, my dad was a realtor. I grew up in real estate my whole life. I didn't try to go to school. I got a finance degree that I honestly could care less about. Started out as architectural engineering. Came right back. Right now I'm in construction. I'm like, the path has been in my face my whole life. You may veer off, but if you've been around it, I say test the spirit. To each his own, whatever you believe in, I say test the spirit. And you gonna know that you in the right place. Like, people are purpose. Profit is not purpose. You gonna learn that as you really start to make money. Like, you like, cool, I'm living my life. What does life look like after the Ferrari? What does life look like after you get your dream house? What does life look like after you get your wife? After you sell your company? Like, it's literally videos like, I sold my company for 100 million. What do I do now? Now you get back to your community, that hood that you made it out of, that's becoming more and more like slavery. And if you paying, this is not a political video, but if you're paying attention to politics, that's what we're reverting to. History is repeating itself. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That went over your head. God bless your ministry. If it didn't, pay attention to the signs and tap into your purpose. Bro. So don't let anything we shared scare you from going to HBCU. It's about diligence. Like, if you don't know what that means, look it up. I'm not gonna dumb it down for you. You're an intellectual being. You're intelligent. Like, we power, life, and death is in the world. We call each other dumb. Like, cool. My friends, they are stupid. They stupid. They funny jokes. Like they funny. But language is important. So be the one to start them growth-minded conversations in your group, in your circle. Maybe one night, instead of partying, y'all sit down and determine what y'all really want to do with y'all lives. How can I help you land an internship with All Out Barbecue? Because you say you want to run your own restaurant. You might as well be a chef first. Like, get to know the owner, learn the business, and then scale. So with that said, like I said, if you went to HBCU, like, comment down below some things that you wish you would have known going into your HBCU. Also, make sure y'all like. We basically drop videos like this every week. So make sure you subscribe and hit that noti button, you know what I'm saying? So I pray that y'all have a blessed day, as always.